Hi, my name is Jessica Wessel, and the article that I used for this presentation is titled Motivating Students in Inner City Schools. It is written by Heather Baker and Alec Foltz, and it comes from Miami University. What they found was a particular lack of motivation in students in inner city schools. So they presented us with three different models that educators can use to try to motivate these students. The first model has to deal with quality service. The teacher wants to show the student and the parent proper classroom management, instructional behavior, and interpersonal behavior. That way, both the student and parent know they're receiving a quality service. When that happens, the student will be more inclined to cooperate in class, which will lead to student engagement, which leads to improved student performance. The second model in the article presents us with three different ways that teachers can try to improve scores on proficiency tests. The first way is to give explicit curriculum information to both the student and the parent. That way, they know yet again they are receiving a quality service. The second way is to try to incorporate integrated learning systems that will cater to the student's individual learning styles and needs, which lead to student engagement. The third way is to incorporate adult learning styles, including peer coaching, which will lead to lifelong professional development for the student. When we use all three of these strategies together, we should see an improvement on scores for proficiency tests. The third model in the article tells us how to effectively answer students' questions in order to maintain their curiosity. There are three steps that teachers should take when a student asks a question. The first two steps are to engage the student's individual learning styles and cognitive styles. The third step should be to use technologies that complement those styles until the student finds the answer to their question. When students effectively find an answer to their question, they will be more encouraged to ask more questions and find more answers in the future. After these three models, the article reminds us of what a typical lesson would look like in these schools. They remind us it's very important to have a strong and engaging opening. In the opening, there should be a review of past material. There should be explicit expectations for learning and behavior for that day, and there should be a check to make sure each student is prepared and can participate in the day's activities. In the closing, there should be review and reinforcement of material learned that day, and there should be a preview of the next day's material. After this, the article shows us a graphic of three different categories with different strategies that teachers can use to motivate these students. The three categories are interpersonal, managerial, and instructional. After I read this article, I really enjoyed the models that they used. I thought they were very clear and they're a really good way to improve your teaching. I think these models can be used in any schools and can help any teacher anywhere, but it's clear that they would be very effective in inner city schools and motivating those students. But what I would like to talk about is the interpersonal aspect of motivating students because I think that's really important, especially in inner city schools. The first part, a lot of these students don't have a stable home life and they don't have good relationships with peers and family. I think it's really important that the teachers be that person that they need in their life and that they show the students that they care about them, that they believe in them, that they think they can succeed even when all the odds are against them. The second part is a lot of these students don't think that there's a way out of the problems of the inner city, like poverty and crime. And so I think it's really important that teachers show these students that there is a way out, that they can do it, that it's very possible to go to college after graduation or go to a trade school or have a stable career in their lives. Because a lot of these students don't believe in themselves and they don't believe in their possibilities. So I think that teachers should show them that they do. And that in itself will motivate a lot of students to do better.